Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 9th of February. I want to use the classic tarot for this reading. So let me just show you some of these cards. Right, so I'm just going to shuffle these a few times and then I'm going to pick 3 cards to see what Thursday is all about and what the tarot has to share. Right, first card is the High Priestess. She appeared recently as well, so that trend continues. The Five of Pentacles, okay. And the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so the High Priestess is your ability to communicate with the higher realms and to find answers for yourself in life, about your life, specifics. The Five of Pentacles is rejection, hardship, and tough times. And the Four of Pentacles is a tendency to be overly controlling and miserly and short-sighted. So these are opposites. She's all about spirituality and opening up to messages that come from above. And he is all about the physical world, money, career, his belongings, how he lives. And there's no room for any kind of openness. It's like the fist is kind of clenched like this. He's very uptight. So we've got total imbalance, but then we've got the Five of Pentacles in the middle. And what that's saying is you can't rely on the physical stuff. These two have just been kicked out of the church, right? And now they're in the snow by themselves. So you can't really control the physical world. Nothing is permanent. And you don't really need a building to have a spiritual connection, because the High Priestess, she can sit anywhere and find answers. So they're also walking in this direction. So what I'm getting by these 3 cards then is not to take your practical circumstances so seriously as such. And by having that perspective, okay, so let's say this is really happening. You're in some sort of institution and you get kicked out and they say, out into the snow with you, go somewhere else. We're not interested. That experience, rather than just seeing that as bad and hurtful, look at it, if possible, from a kind of spiritual perspective, which says, how can this hardship change my life for the better? What insights can I gain from it? And fundamentally, what's the hidden truth behind all of this? So I feel that through some sort of a hardship, or something that is a perceived hardship, a bigger truth is revealed. And that truth is that you don't really need anything. On a human level, we all need a roof over our heads. We need food in our stomach so we can survive. But when it comes to this level of attachment to the physical world starts to run you rather than the other way around. And the cards here are kind of giving a spiritual prescription that says, look at things from a more rounded perspective. One, the hardships in your life aren't going to sting as much, because it's almost like going into acceptance and going for the ride without trying to steer the direction. And that's this real sense of faith, and that's kind of leaning back into something which you feel. It's not tangible at all. It's a feeling you get. It's a state of being. It's a sense that, hey, there is something loving out there that has seen me through these many years in my life, and it's interested in having me continue my life. So the details here, whether, some church closes the door in my face, is really irrelevant in the bigger picture of my entire life. Interesting, but, some of the worst things in my life have really turned out very differently, or given me opportunities to do things completely differently. And some of the things I thought were the best ended up harming me horribly. Wow. Okay, so food for thought here. So the cards are very much saying that don't be quick to judge something as great or as negative, because there's something bigger going on, and there are answers and messages that are kind of waiting for you. All you need to do is listen to your own gut, and it will take you in the right direction. Even if you don't know what the end goal is, the message here is to trust. Okay, so the High Priestess is the second card in the Major Arcana. You've got the Fool, the Magician, and the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is this constant state of being connected and being able to find your way, not through information, but through this inner navigation system that you were born with, that we were all born with. It is the solution to fear, and it also is where all creativity and all healing stems from. So if you meditate, if you're creative, if you work intuitively, please look into that today. You'll get a lot out of it. The Five of Pentacles, like I said, is this moment of cataclysm, or it's a moment of disconnection. So it feels very uncomfortable because none of us like to be disconnected or rejected or thrown out somewhere. What's interesting about this version of the Five of Pentacles is how close these two are. Usually it's two really kind of waif-like figures stumbling in the snow, but I don't think they touch usually. And here they're like an old married couple. He's injured, but he's kind of leaning on her a little bit, and she's kind of guiding him. And they look very good. They don't look like they're arguing. They look very close and like they've been intimate for a long time. And in fact, this is actually great because they're sticking with each other through thick and thin. So it's not a happy couple on the best day of their life. This is really these two, just the two of them, and they're not arguing. Something bad has happened, and they're sticking together. Wow, I've never really seen it like that, but this is the kind of love then that most of us want, right? Someone who we can rely on, someone we can support when they're having a tough time, and someone we can trust even when things go belly up in life. Wow. Oh, so that's saying something very different to me now. It's saying these two states are both extreme. Being a miser and only caring about your money is extreme, but being a high priestess and only speaking to the higher realms and no other people is also extreme. And the happy medium, the thing that is most reliable, is another person you can trust. Wow. So it's about finding a happy medium, I would say. And I also feel that on this day, it'll somehow be revealed who your true friends are, or who you can really count on, who you can rely on, who loves you, and who is there for you when the chips are down. Four of Pentacles. Okay, this kind of looks like all these, what are they called? Turrets? The castle things with the red flags. It looks kind of military and aggressive. It's certainly built to defend something, his great wealth, but there are no other people either, so he's all by himself. So I would say these two are much richer than he is, because they can take tough moments and get through them. If he loses his money, it's all gone. Wow. Okay, so overall, the cards are saying that it's a good day to lean on someone, to see who really is there for you and who you can support, and to try and incorporate both of these things to manage your practical circumstances, the things that need to be taken care of, to connect spiritually for answers, but to give yourself time and space to be around someone you're close to, who you really care about. I think that's going to be the greatest support that you can feel on this day, rather than just relying on these two things. That's so interesting. I've never mentioned anything about the High Priestess, about her being on her own. It's never really occurred to me up until today. Wow. Okay, so number-wise, we've got 2 and 5 is 7, and 4 is 11. 11 is the master number of service, but it's also like a doorway. So 11, master number of service, you can really be of service to another person, and vice versa, they can really be of service to you. And the 2, again, is putting my focus on the relationship part of it. So really look at those, and if you're uncertain about someone's intentions, that will become very clear on this day. So I hope you have a wonderful time. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Excuse me. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.